Hello, everyone. I'm the Vac Humanator.
I'm Buster.
And this week in Toku, we're going to be discussing Hidieki Anno being a Chad, the return of Shout Factory, and holy fucking shit, good new releases.
Yeah.
But before all that, Buster, how you doing?
Not good.
Damn.
Not even okay. Just not good. I don't feel well. I hate this summer. Why is everything going wrong? This is supposed to be the summer
dysphoria?
of George. No, it's just everything dysphoria.
You have general dysphoria. You are general dysphoria. That's your official rank in the modular military.
Yeah. This was supposed to be the summer of George, Vac.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was in some ways.
Yeah. Maybe the summer of Morbius and others, but I don't know. How are you doing, Vac? Is it the summer of Vac, or is it the summer of not Vac?
Buddy, I'm doing pretty good. It's a new month. I've got money in my bank account. I'm actually sticking to my budget pretty well. I got a new toy. I've been messing around with that. I got new figure photography stuff inbound. And there was good TokuSHOUTsu this weekend. It's the fucking 4th of July when we're recording this. And folks, let me tell you, I am certainly somebody who gets highly critical of the current state of America at times, but as an American citizen, I think the 4th of July is the time that you say fuck all that and you just enjoy where you are and what you get to do and the fucking dream. Because it's like Captain America once said, I'm loyal to nothing except the dream. And on this day, we celebrate that dream. And I've been having a hell of a good time doing that. I've been watching some Sunbow G.I. Joe, been grilling some burgers and dogs, all kinds of fun stuff.
You've been grilling dogs?
Hot dogs.
Okay, good. I was a bit worried there for a second. A bit worried. I was like...
I took my dog for a walk.
Oh, okay.
Big, long walk.
Alright, I'm going to put down the cancel document that I had to hold up when you said that.
Oh my god. All right. Well, you know what our listeners are allowed to do thanks to their freedoms as citizens of the internet.
Yeah. They're
free to support modular media. So be sure to like this podcast, leave a comment down below, let us know some things you thought about this week in TokuSHOUTsu. Go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell in order to enable notifications to get every modular media podcast delivered to your subscription box as it's released. We have this show. We have Modular Components, where we talk about whatever's on our minds that week. We have the No Prize podcast, where we talk about Marvel, DC, and other comic books. And we have No More Games. Buster, what the fuck happens there?
Bad stuff. Mostly video games.
Oh yeah, that is bad stuff. But if you want to keep in touch with us and know when and where we're doing stuff, follow us on Twitter at the Modular Media and join our subreddit r/Modular Media. But let's get away from those freedoms. Let's talk about some people who aren't free, namely the Japanese. For legal reasons, that was a joke.
I thought we were talking about capitalism, but I'm like, okay.
No. Let's get into the news. First and foremost, DonBrothers' mech leaked, and it looks stupid. I don't like it.
It looks meh. Like, I don't hate it, but after the amazing Don Onitajin, maybe because Don Onitajin took some time to grow on me as well. Maybe this will grow on me, but I doubt it.
It looks like it has less articulation than Don Onitajin. Like, it looks like a definitive step down. And the paint, there's not as much paint. And it's formed from two mechs, which has been a thing with Six Rangers for a while on and off. But it's weird in a show when you turn into your mech.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. And especially because, like, we know DonBrothers and presumably the Musamene sword is going to be a part of that, more on him later in the show.
Yeah, because it's the purple doggy. I wonder if it is that person.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just like, we know they could turn into alters, so, like, it just, I don't know, I feel like feature creep might be starting to approach DonBrothers, where it had all these gimmicks, and now, like, some of them are being dropped in favor of more traditional and streamlining, which I'm not, like, especially, I'm not fond of, but, we'll see.
Yeah, the actual show, too, also just feels like, in a way, does not care about this stuff. He just wants to tell his story.
Yeah,
so it's a little weird looking at this and treating it as serious news, TM.
Yeah, especially because, like, honestly, the things that get me excited in DonBrothers is, like, a character development or a new character showing up. And this isn't really a new character, this is just an addition to the arsenal. So it's
Uh-huh.
just, like, when we report on DonBrothers toys, unless it's, like, a new character, like we're getting this week, it's not really, like, big development, you know?
Yeah, but the mecha is called the ToraDora GonJin, and it is formed from Don RoboGoku and RoboBolt, which are a dragon and a doggy, respectively, and they turn into a big man,
Yeah.
a dumb-looking big man.
Yeah. I'll need to see more on it to see if I'll, like, get it, if I'll, like, keep collecting DonBrothers mecha.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move into some cool news, which is that recently, thanks to some promotional behind the scenes material leaking out, we learned Hidieki Anno himself did the motion capture for Ultraman and Shin Ultraman.
Well, specifically Ultraman Zafi, which is something I avoided because he got an SH figure art release, and I avoided talking about it on the show because I just like, oh, that's a spoiler. Like it's basically Zafi looks like just like Ultraman, but instead of red, he's black. He has black highlights.
Instead of having the little dimples he has in the show continuity.
Yeah. Which, you know, and you know, it's really cool that Anno got to like do it. Like this is basically from what I hear, Zafi like doesn't appear in the movie as much as regular Ultraman, so it's like it's still like so of course this was a much smaller motion capture role than like the like main Ultraman, but still it's really cool that Anno got to like basically be Ultraman for a couple like sittings of like motion capture.
Yeah, especially because like if you know your Hideaki Anno history, technically the first thing the man ever made was an Ultraman fan film where he played Ultraman.
Yeah, specifically it was a Return of Ultraman fan film, so yeah. You know. And
Yeah.
hey, Return of Ultraman's legally available in America right now, like through Blu Rays and Shout Factory and Tubi, so go get it.
Yeah, maybe this should be legally available in America at
Yeah,
some
I
point.
really hope Ultraman Day, because Ultraman Day is going to be next week. The time. Oh no, we record the next podcast the day after Ultraman Day. Hopefully, we'll get some news on Shin by that
Yeah.
time.
Right.
Shin's Western release, but anyway.
Uh all right. So we've been talking on and off for a while about the O's 10th anniversary project and like, hey, there's gonna be a birth thing at some point. I think that's coming to Toei Tokusatsu Fan
I think
Club.
it already came out. I've been seeing some clips floating around. I think we're just waiting for subtitles now.
Oh, okay. Well, part of it is an upgrade and a thing, and we knew there was probably going to be complete selection modification stuff based around that. And yeah, now we officially know there is a CSM birth driver and X unit, and a relisting of the CSM Cell Metal set. And that's going to be going up for pre-order in just a couple days, actually, this Friday, as of we're recording this.
Yeah.
So, hooray! I don't know. I really like Kamen Rider Birth, both of them, but like I'm not super jazzed about all this O's 10th anniversary stuff so far. So we'll see if I have any interest in picking these up.
I do have interest in picking this up, but CSM's a bit much for me, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, CSM is always a very and understandably so, but a very spicy price point nonetheless. Excuse me.
Yeah. Speaking of spicy,
Yeah, let's jump
something
in.
I did not expect. This kind of came out of left field for me.
Yeah, same here. Ultraman Regulus is getting a spin-off show. Why?
No good, because here's my problem with what his appearance. He did some really cool stuff in that like Ultra Galaxy Destined Crossroads special. He just didn't get development in this. Maybe they've already filmed it, given the backstory that we briefly saw. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I would have liked Regulos to be instead of Decker, but I understand, you know, basically they've locked in the next 3 years for Tiga Dyna Gaia TDG trilogy, like revisits. So I understand that they don't want to like just configure that plan.
Yeah,
But
I
still,
can't
like
wait for Ultraman Guzzler next year.
people are theorizing Gunner, which I'm like that would be a neat name, but like kind of just it's a repeat. It's very repetitious of Trigger. But yeah, no new footage. It's coming to the Super Eye Imagination, which means we're probably gonna have to rent it when it comes out.
I don't wanna. I have no interest in this guy. I thought he was boring in Destined Crossroads.
I liked him though. He's cool. He got Tiger Fight, and he has a cool backstory that they barely elaborated on. Just
Yeah,
like
his back. I could have gotten into him if they had elaborated on that backstory then. But in his actual appearance just felt like I was watching a gimmick in action. Like, oh, he has this specific fighting style. Watch him pull it off. Okay, that's kind of cool. But like, I'd like to know him as a person.
yeah, and I hope that like this series will deliver on like the initial promise of Regulos of just like seeing that backstory and like fleshing him out and stuff.
Yeah, especially because, like, I mean, it was just such a letdown. We spent a year waiting for that motherfucker after they teased him at the end of the last Ultra Galaxy fight.
Yeah, it's
All
man.
right.
Honestly, the more time that passes, the more disappointed I get in that last Galaxy fight.
Yeah, it wasn't great. But let's get into some GOAT news. First and foremost, the entire Ultraman Heisei trilogy or TTFC trilogy is now streaming on TokuSHOUTsu. Ultraman Taiga, Dyna, and Gaia. You can watch them with fucking subs and everything, except for Take Me Higher, because you're never gonna get Take Me Higher again. It's gone. Stop complaining.
Yeah, I mean the theme. No, I have the DVD set because the way they do these releases is that they release them on DVD first, and then Shout Factory license these sets for streaming on Tubi and TokuSHOUTsu. So actually, I have the DVD set in my hands right now, and this is a solid set. The song they replaced "Take Me Higher" with for the opening's pretty solid. It's not "Take Me Higher" levels, but it's like it works well. And it's very nice quality despite it being DVDs as opposed to the Blu Ray. And yeah, I'd recommend going ahead and checking these shows out. They're very loved for a reason. And I've been watching through Tiga, and it's not the greatest show ever, but it's a very fun and relaxing show, I'd say.
Cool. I have not seen any of them, but I probably will at some point someday, and this makes it a little easier to do that when the time comes.
Yeah. Keep in mind this is only in America and Canada, so screw you if you're anywhere else.
Correct. You don't have freedom. It's Freedom Day. You have to celebrate your freedoms by watching your tokusatsu in America.
Speaking of DVDs, something else out of left field.
That's the segue you go with it all. You talk about you say tokusatsu in America. Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well, like I had a DVD set in my hand. Okay, we were just talking about DVDs earlier.
Fair enough. All right. Finally, Sentai DVDs are continuing. We're getting Fiveman because we were gonna get Fiveman. And they're licensing Sentai directly from Toei. So we're going to keep getting Sentai DVDs, guys.
Okay, they said there's been conflicting reports on how they got this license back. Because apparently they're collaborating with E1. Like, there's a specific quote, about talking about this, where it says, with collaboration with E1, we're bringing Fiveman to DVD. And we're this is the 13th set we're doing. I hope we can do more. And I'm like, oh god, I hope the future of these DVDs isn't on Fiveman because
Fiveman's lame.
No, it's almost killed Sentai Japan. I think actually, like, from what I heard, it's okay. It's not the greatest show ever, but it's a fine show. I pre-ordered it anyway because I'm a bitch.
Nice.
So I will report if the subtitle quality and if Fiveman itself is good, and if you should continue to support it. I just don't like that, like, I really feel like they should have licensed another Abaranger. That I feel like that's a solid one to do. Also, with if Sentai DVDs are back, we have Fiveman and Abaranger. Depending on how these sets sell, that's how we're gonna decide the future.
And I feel like that's what will happen next is Abaranger, because they were going in both directions by the time they stopped. They had just put out Jetman and Gowranger. No, Ninja. Hurricaneer. God damn it! There's too many fucking Sentais.
Yeah, 46 plus.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think we'll get Abaranger next, and then whatever came before Fiveman, and it'll keep going like that because I fireworks just went off in the background and it spooked me. But yeah, they were just kind of trucking along when it got disrupted, which was literally just because Hasbro got the license and it kind of kerfuffled things for a bit. Like, the fact that they were able to get this back makes me think Hasbro weren't being dicks. It's just the legality of things changed and they probably had to rework the deal.
Probably. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, I already did a video speculating on it, which is probably invalid at this point. I still think it's an interesting video and I'm still proud of it, but at this point it's like, the discussion's kind of been cleared up, but like I feel like we need one more Sentai DVD set before we can confirm if Sentai DVDs are back. Because this seems like they've been sitting on this for a while, and
Yeah.
I hope that like because apparently some of the Sentai DVD subs weren't that great, so I hope this extra time that gave them to just like, yeah, let's polish it up a bit.
Yeah. But speaking of home releases, Kamen Rider Kuuga, the complete series, coming to Blu Ray. Kuuga on Bluga. It's happening, boys.
Yeah, this was the big Anime Expo announcement, which got leaked.
All of these announcements came out of Anime Expo, by the way.
Yeah. Ultraman had a pretty cool presence there. They're like doing stage shows and stunts and shit. I kind of hate that this was the big announcement and that we did have a licensed show, a new show license, because you've had Kuuga legally available on like streaming for 2 years. On the other hand, I'm really excited that I've already pre-ordered my copy.
Yeah, I pre-ordered this as well. Everybody knows I love Kuuga a lot. I don't know if I've ever said it on recording, but in my opinion, Kuuga is the greatest writer show of all time. Like, there's a lot of really good writer shows out there. Obviously, Wizard is my favorite. There's others in between Kuuga and Wizard in terms of quality, but Kuuga is the GOAT. You're not going to top Kuuga.
Yeah, Kuga's really good. I recently watched it this year, and it's a great show. And you're gonna get a poster if you pre-order this through Shout, and also subtitle tracks. This will, instead of the 01 hard subs, this will have soft subs, which means you can turn off the subtitles if you so choose. And you will get Grongi link. You'll have options, because the big thing about the streaming release is that you always got the Grongi translated, which wasn't the case in the original broadcast. And now you can choose without Grongi if you are a nerd.
Yeah. It's very plain and simple. The first time you watch Kuuga, you don't put the Grongi on because it's supposed to be mysterious. You're not supposed to know what's going on. The second time through, you put the Grongi on because it adds a whole new level of understanding.
I put the Grongi on my first viewing. I'm sorry, but that's only because I didn't have the option to because I was watching it.
Weakling.
Well, I wasn't gonna like go pirate like a non-Grongi copy like at the. I mean, now I don't.
You could
Shut up.
All right.
But yeah, and they keep saying like, oh, like if maybe we'll do more if this sells well, and I'm like 01, or they already said 01 sold well.
I feel like they have to keep doing that because, like, we all know how staunch and stingy Toei can be about the Western market. So I feel like they continuously need that proof to take to Toei. And like, I understand why people are frustrated that we continuously have to do this because it's like, when is it going to be enough? The fact of the matter is, it may never be enough because that's just the way some of these older Japanese companies are.
Yeah, and they're not like Tsuburaya where they kind of need to do the Western market, or they're very excited about the Western market. Toei's already doing well off in Japan. They don't really need the Western market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only thing Toei really has to worry about is the fact that Sonicon keeps kicking their ass in the Korean region.
Who?
Sonicon. They make a CGI cartoon called Tobot, which is also a toy line, and it has kicked the crap out of Sentai in the Korean toy market for like the last 5 years.
I think I might have saw because if like Netflix like has like a lot of English dubbed Korean cartoons on there. I think I might have saw that there.
Yeah. I don't know about the shows. I've never watched any of the shows, but I know the Tobot toys are real damn good.
Yeah, although if it is what I'm thinking of, I don't think the show's like that great unless you're 7.
Oh yeah, it's kitty stuff from what I hear. But yeah, that's all the big awesome Anime Expo news. Obviously, it does suck that they didn't announce an English release for Double. I think everybody's been pulling for that for a while due to the anime that's coming. But it didn't happen. Sucks. Hopefully, maybe soon. Also, there was a bunch of comic news, but we don't fucking talk about that because this isn't a comic podcast.
We'll probably talk about a no prize. Maybe did you already talk about a no prize or?
I don't think we did. Anyway, let's talk about toys. Hiya Toys is doing a King of the Monsters Rodan, and it looks like King of the Monsters Rodan. I love this design.
This looks so generic, Bass.
Yeah, I'm like, it's no fault of the toy. It looks like a solid toy. That honestly looks better than the Monster Arts, but it's just not a very interesting design when put into plastic form.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Next.
We have a full trailer for Birth of Chimera, the Toei Tokusatsu fan club spin-off prequel to the Revice movie. I forgot to watch it.
Wait, did this came out? No, it didn't. It didn't came out.
No, it's just a trailer, so we know a little bit of what it's going to look like. I'm watching it muted now. It looks like some monster fuck steals some shit from George, and then there's a different family, and their boy becomes a writer like Iki.
Should we wait till the movie to cover this? Because this is a prequel to the movie we're not going to get for a while.
Yeah, well, we'll probably get this shortly after it comes out. It'll probably get subbed fast.
Yeah, but like, I'm just like, should we wait till for the movie, or should we wait for just the release date?
I'm gonna wait for the release date.
Okay, same.
Also, it's directed by Sakamoto.
They always get them for like these stupid, like edgy, like things, edge spinoffs. It's like, oh, you need some like edge Sakamoto, like I don't know.
You need the weird shit. You go to Sakamoto.
Yeah, unless you're Ultraman. In that case, you get him for like the big bombastic stuff. Anyway,
more Revice toys. You see that Demon Squad? You like that Demon Squad? You can get that Demon Squad Vistamp set.
Next.
All right, time to get serious because this is serious. This is serious bad news. Sucky time. People, I enjoy talking about female Kamen Rider characters and female Tokusatsu characters and female characters in general and how into them and how much I like them and all that and saying like, oh yeah, that actress is real pretty. I sure would like to take her out on a date. But there's a difference between doing that and doing what happened here, because the actress who plays Egeda Hana, she had a stalker and a close call with them, in fact, recently. On June 28th, 2022, Yui Asakura talent agency Libra issued a public warning to stalkers of the Kamen Rider Revice star, threatening to involve the authorities. Libra reported on Twitter that Yui Asakura, who portrays Hana Natsuki / Kamen Rider Agera on Kamen Rider Revice, has recently been the target of malicious stalking. Libra reported that the stalkers invaded Asakura's residence, committed acts of voyeurism, and followed her around the set. Voyeurism is the act of taking photos without the knowledge or consent of the subject in the photo. The agency is threatening criminal accusations against the unnamed stalkers and intends to involve the police and the agency's lawyers. Liberal has not published any further information at the time of this writing. This comes to us from the TokuSHOUTsu network.
So we're translating it from Live Door News.
Yeah. So big yikes here. This is not cool. We don't condone this kind of shit, and it really sucks that it happened to this young actress, because she's been really damn good in the show, and like nobody deserves this to happen to them.
Yeah. Like I like Agera is probably one of my favorite characters in Revice, so it just sucks their actress is going through like some creepy stock shit.
Yeah, I hope on a personal level she's at least doing okay, and I hope this is the last we hear of this.
Yeah, I hope so.
But let's go ahead and let's move on from that to some lighter news, which is the fact that Agera and Jenny are getting a Toei Tokusatsu fan club spin-off special. Yeah. Kamen Rider Jenny and Kamen Rider Agera with Girls Remix has been announced. It will begin streaming on August 7th and will last for 3 episodes, and it's directed by Koichi Sakamoto.
That's what I said, oh no.
Yeah, I literally was reading this article earlier today, and I saw that, and I legit went, oh no!
This was announced like earlier, like it was just like announced like way earlier, I think it was last month, and it's like, oh cool, yeah, two of my favorite Revice characters getting a special, and they're probably gonna be super gay in it. Not... Sakamoto, please.
Hey, they're gonna be very gay, and we're gonna see all of it.
Yeah, I hope Sakamoto doesn't screw it up. I hope he doesn't screw it up.
That's Sakamoto, man.
I hope he has some restraint. I hope whoever was
Sakamoto needs to be kept on a leash, or things will happen.
Yeah, Ultraman Trigger sometimes.
or the Forzen Wizard movie.
Anyway, yeah, but I hope this is good. The pictures we see, it's gonna have that black Agalia form, which looks pretty neat.
Love Cobb is there.
as usual. Give me a second. Can you talk? My people are calling me.
Yeah, I can talk about things. Uh, I I don't know. This looks like a thing. I'm not necessarily like it's gonna be terrible, but like it's Sakamoto, y'all. We gotta be prepared for those Sakamoto-isms. And I, for one, am. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's move on to some other news. While Buster's away. We finally have a release date for Kamen Rider Black Sun. It's coming on October 28th to Amazon Prime Video. In the entire world. It's going to be distributed worldwide. You're going to be able to get English subs if you're in the States or other English-speaking regions. Goddamn, I can't speak tonight. So, folks, I'm gonna just say it right here, right now. If you have a Netflix Prime account, my DMs are open. Twitter.com/thevacuuminator. You want to give me that password? I'd appreciate it. I might even
We're talking
pay
about
your
Black
subscription
Sun?
for the month. Yeah, Black Sun is coming on October 28th, and I need somebody's Amazon Prime password.
I need to renew mine then because I had like a free trial for like 6 months.
Uh-huh.
That trial's ending this month.
Oh dear.
So
Well, they only let you charge by the year, and I think it's like $80.
yeah, I'll probably just pirate it or something. I don't know.
I don't know if we're going to be able to pirate this. I can't find Amazons anywhere. Now it's available in the States.
Good point. We'll see. We'll see. Well, we'll figure it out. I'll figure something out.
Yeah. Hey, you want to talk about the one piece of Power Rangers news we've had this month?
The month just started.
In the last month.
Okay. Sure.
Dino Fury lunch bag and backpack now available on Amazon.
Good.
It's generic promotional art slapped on a generic backpack and lunch bag design. What do you want?
I don't know. Just please, official news when.
Yeah. Maybe a bit pricey, honestly. I don't know if I'd pay $20 for a lunch bag.
I don't know. Maybe it's the economy that's the fault.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, I put this piece of news on here specifically to make you happy. So talk about it and be happy.
All right, so the Nintendo Direct happened earlier, and in the Japanese version of it, we got an Ultra Kaiju game, Monster Rancher thing. I've never played Monster Rancher, but it looks neat, and I'm like, oh, Kaiju Ultraman? You know, we got Ultra Grand Kaijus, and this was first announced at Nintendo Direct, but this will be coming stateside. You will be able to play it in English. I think it's only going to be digitally, but you can get a physical version if you import the Asia version, which you can get an English version of through specific sites. I recommend Play Asia. So yeah, this is pretty dope. Good Ultraman game. You got Sevengers there. All the cool kaijus are there, and you can actually, because the Nintendo Switch has NFC compatibilities, you can actually use like cards from the recent like Ultraman stuff. Like you can use Ultraman gimmicks to summon stuff, which is super dope.
And finally, this week we have all the fucking shit that was in this week's Revice is already up for pre-order on Premium Bandai. You got the Crimson Veil Vistamp, you got the Deathstream driver, or Deathstream driver attachments for the Demon's driver, and you got fucking Ryuki Vistamp. I completely forgot that was in the episode. It was like a blink and you'll miss it thing.
Honestly, I was like people were talking about the Ryuki Vistamp on Twitter, and I was like, wait, it's in the episode when I saw it?
It's like they use it once.
Yeah, and it's a neat Ryuki reference, but like I don't know, not really much else than that.
So if you want to get that stuff, I'm sure it'll be up on all your favorite third-party pre-ordering sites soonish. Let's do new releases.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Kamen Rider Revice, episode 42, The Fierce Battle, Crimson Veil versus Deathstream.
Revice got good again.
Yeah, and
damn it, man, we went from shit to holy fuck. That's good.
I already knew I was gonna like this a bit because I just like Veil and Genta, so it's like, oh, you're finally getting their conclusion. Unfortunately, I feel like this episode may not hit as hard as it did for us because we've watched the Veil special. Everyone.
No, you gotta watch the Veil special. That's required reading at this point.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's a good special, so who cares? Yeah. So this was a dope episode. It was kind of. Like I do like the idea of like, okay, that like basically George's dad dies in this episode. Basically, his last thing is to like basically
that he dies, and then we immediately cut away to wholesome shit with the Igarashis.
Yeah, that's that's pretty effed up.
But no, like if we legit like you probably could have written it better. I'm not gonna say you couldn't, but if we had to go through all that bullshit Daiji arc to get to this, it was worth it.
Yeah, and it seems like the Daiji arc is still continuing. Like from like what I see, it's just I don't know,
But now
like,
he's gonna be trying to be a good boy
yeah,
with the family.
yeah, family.
Because it's all about fam. It's Kamen Rider is about family, and that's what makes it so powerful.
Where did you get that quote from?
That's a Star Wars movie. Because
Okay.
like Carrie Fisher said that in an interview, and they used that as a clip post mortem, and everybody thought it was really distasteful, and so they turned it into a meme.
Star Wars weirdness aside, these were like this was a really we got the Crimson Veil look sick. The battle with Deathstream debut was super dope. Seeing like Genta basically like become a new rider, and it's like he keeps the blue theming that most of the Revice riders had. So neat.
It's all good suits. No bad suits in this episode.
Yeah, no over demons. I just realized.
Props to Akaishi for fucking dying after being the big bad for 20 episodes and it being almost a footnote.
Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot he died in this episode.
Yeah, he just fucking gets blowed up by Iki and Vice, and then he like Thanos dusts himself.
Yeah, it's just okay. I guess now we're just gonna fight Gifu for the next few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But also the fight with like Deathstream and Crimson Veil when they play like the sad like Veil ending song during it. Hype shit.
Dude, there's 2 points in this episode where I legit started tearing up because I was like, this you're playing it perfectly. You're hitting all those notes, those emotional notes just right. It's during that fight, and then the scene when Genta and Yukimi are just having dinner and talking about how much they care about each other.
Yeah, wholesome, good stuff. And even like so, even if you haven't watched the Veil special, I feel like this like it's a good Cliff Notes. Like if you haven't watched it, it gives you all the good beats you need to understand fully.
Dude, I still have my problem with Revice, which is that its core message seems to be blood family above all else. I still think that's kind of bunk. But as I said when I figured that out, if you argue for it well enough, I'll be lenient. And here I feel like they're arguing for it really well. Because I mean, like, name another Kamen Rider show where the main writer's parents get an arc and get to feel like real characters and you care about them this much.
I was gonna say Build, but the mom was barely a character in Build, so
yeah.
Like both the mom and dad get arcs, so it's like Revice technically gets an up on Build for that.
And like I know Build's your favorite, so I'm not going to thrash it too hard, but I'll just say like the parents in that show feel more like plot devices than anything to me.
Okay, but they're charming plot devices, okay?
You're a charming plot device.
I sure am. But yeah, Revice is good. I hope it keeps the momentum. I'm scared because I feel like did Hikaru like ruin
8 episodes
Revice?
left, boys. 8 episodes left. Let's
8 to 6.
Come on, keep this momentum.
Yeah. I'm scared because I'm like, Hikaru wasn't in this episode and the show suddenly got good again. Is Hikaru like a plague on Revice?
He might be. We'll see what happens because he is in the preview for next week.
Yeah. Very, very, very curious to see how his character will end up. I mean, we don't really like him to begin with, but, you know. Anyway, DonBrothers time. Episode 18, A Shot to the Jaws. That's a weird title.
Yeah. Alright. So I've been a big outspoken critic of Inoue. I don't like his writing style all that much. He's able to make it work sometimes and sometimes he's not. But I gotta give the man mad props because he's written the first Super Sentai episode in my lifetime to fully break out of the show's formula.
Yeah, no monster of the week. It's
no mechs.
It's just slice of life.
It's just there's a thing. It's just the plot of the week happening and the characters interacting.
And then there's like a bit of fighting, but it's like, you know, it's with a different. It's mostly like a different guy. Like
it's introducing a new concept that's going to carry through the rest of the show, probably.
Yeah, Don Musamune, who, oh boy, what an interesting way to do a villain rider. Villain character.
Yeah,
I mean.
villain character.
Yeah, Because he's basically like
even
a
the Sailors don't know about this dude, except sort of, kinda. I guess Sanoi knows him.
Yeah, it seems like he's like a prisoner, and it's like the mother who like might be a big player in the final episodes. We'll see. And it's like basically this dog. He's just a child who's following orders from mom, which is
Apparently,
a very
he's
creepy idea.
a literal child.
Yeah. No, the voice actor for Musamene is like a 30-year-old like guy, but he's played child characters. He's very known for playing child characters in anime, so it's
okay.
That's probably why they cast him. He's probably like, my guess is that he's either like, they just say voice actor for what casting, and I don't think he's gonna be in suit. And if he is in suit, it's gonna be like once, and it's just gonna be like they're gonna have the voice actor voice over the guy, you know?
Because it's a living sword that has a ranger form around it for a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm like, is this like remnants of the Dawn Clan? Is this like a zombie Dawn Clan member? We'll see.
Yeah, it's super interesting. But other than that, the main plot of the episode, which is just everybody trying to get one up on Don Momotaro and failing hilariously and miserably. It's just a fun episode. It's fun slice of life fun.
Yeah, if you enjoy these characters like we do, like I feel like you'll really like this episode.
Yeah, there were moments that deadass had me laughing super hard, especially all those different punishments. Or like when Haruka tries to get him with the box. That whole scene was great.
Yeah, there's just so many funny stuff in this episode. It's pretty much like a slapstick episode, but it's a good slapstick episode. And we even get some extra moments of Sanoi, which is cool.
Yeah, and I love that we get a little clarification on the Cerebrains via this seemingly innocuous slice of life episode of him going like, our mission is to protect human life amongst all else. And I'm like, you have a very interesting way of going about it, but all right.
Yeah, it might be like preserving human life because like the monsters get like the demons, they get corrupted, kind of like the humans who like turn into like the monsters, they give into their worst desires. So maybe they mean like preserving like in a like spiritual sense, like you can never do bad deeds again or something like that. It just, interesting to think about. I feel like DonBrothers is playing with a lot of interesting themes.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it.
And like as someone who likes is writing, this is just like it's really cool to see basically like a complete break of formula. It's a nice chill episode, but like with some like intrigue,
Yeah, and I mean it gave me a reaction image I'm probably going to be using for the rest of my life. So
which one?
Kichino and Momotaro laughing.
Yeah, that's good. Good. But yeah, a great week of new releases. A good like prerequisite to Decker. Hope Decker can like keep the momentum.
Yeah, Decker is next week. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like thinking about. I was like, oh man, Decker's next week.
Are we gonna do a watch party for the premiere in your server? Is that gonna be a
No, I don't. I'm not sure. I will think about it. Maybe.
Okay. All right.
I mean, they do YouTube premieres for all the episodes anyway, so like,
True.
I don't really need to. Like, and I feel like talking over the first episode of a new show is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, old stuff and toys. Do you want to go first or should I?
You first.
All right. I forgot to mention this, but I watched I caught up with Dog Ender's High School minus the finale. I've not seen the finale yet because it's not subtitled. Nobody subtitled it. Good show. I love this show. Good. Basically, the story's done. We're just waiting for the final episode battle. But yeah, it good. It's Doug Enders. Good motions, good themes, good characters. Good. I don't know how to describe it, but just good.
What's your IGN score?
No. I don't like giving scores to people, but it's really good. One of probably gonna up there as one of the best Toku this year. So yeah. And I've also been watching Ultraman Tiga because I have the DVD stand. I'm like, I should use this more often. And I finished the first disc, first 9 episodes. It's solid. I think something
endorsement.
Yeah, it's solid. First episode's really good, and the rest. This is a very episodic show. Okay, this is basically like a modern retelling of the original Ultraman when you get down to it.
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Very much, except it starts better than Next Generation. There's really good episodes, but as someone who is like kind of used to watching Toku as like an ongoing plot, it's a bit weird how it's mostly just there really isn't an ongoing plot. It's just Tiga kind of like shows up when monster happens, and it's like very character focused. But I see why this was a big hit with like audiences at the time. This is a very well told show. Every episode has like very interesting themes and concepts to it, and even like the sillier ones are fun. So I haven't really noticed an ongoing theme yet, but besides the basics for Ultraman, but like I'm gonna continue with it.
Ooh. I finally watched more Kamen Rider Black. I'm back in black, as they say.
Yeah.
Holding for audience laughter. I watched episode 36, 37, 38. Solid little arc. It's basically just the aftermath of holy shit, Shadow Moon is here, and he's getting his armies together. He turns the priests into big monster mashes, and then he summons 2 cyborg lady bodyguards, and it's fucking scary and badass. And Black's lady friends find out about his secret identity, and that adds a new layer to the show, and then we go back into Monster of the Week stuff.
Yeah. Sounds decent, although I heard you didn't like the second movie.
Yeah, I also watched the second movie. I forget what it's fucking called because it's bad. It's like the exact opposite of the first movie, where the first movie just feels like a really tight, high budget episode of the show. This feels like they went, "Oh shit, we need to make a second movie. Let's film this on the weekend." And they used it as an excuse to go on vacation to a famous Japanese town that I've never heard of. Because they make a big deal out of the locale they're using, and then we only really see it through stock footage. And like the plot is that Shadow Moon is trying to take over it to use it as Golgum, the new base for Golgum's empire. And I'm like, you already have that. It's that big spooky cave you hang out in with your throne and whatnot. Why don't you go back to chilling on your throne and trying to kill Kamen Rider Black? This is stupid. You're stupid right now, Shadow Moon. Stop being stupid and go back to being badass. The only real redeeming thing about the second movie is there's a lot of very beautiful full HD shots, or at least on this copy I watched, full HD shots of Black riding the road sector through the Japanese countryside. But that's about it. And I'll probably post those screen caps to Twitter sometime, so you don't even need to watch them. Just go follow me on Twitter at the Vacuuminator.
Endorsement.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully. What a weird, tiring week. This week was tiring.
There was a lot, but it was mostly good.
Yeah, mostly
Except
good
for
stuff.
stalking. Don't stalk actresses. It's me.
Yeah, not morally correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is a fuck ton of firewire.
Yeah, same for me.
Off.
It's like what?
Like somebody's setting off a whole ream of firecrackers right now next door.
Dang, I also hate that they do it like a day beforehand. It's like, bro, it's not even midnight. Why are you doing it?
If you do it on any day other than the 4th of July or New Year's Eve, you're a jackass.
Yeah.
But if you do it to your heart's content on the 4th of July and New Year's Eve, as long as it's legal in your area. There are, contrary to popular belief, there are some areas in the United States where it's illegal to set off fireworks the entire year.
Yeah, but watch a video of fireworks in that area.
Yeah, or like go to a fireworks display somewhere.
Or get a good life.
Damn. Buster out here just fucking decking motherfuckers.
I mean, I don't like fireworks. They're annoying. Which is weird because Toku is half fireworks show. But anyway, it's a fireworks show of heart, dang it. Where can people find you, Mr. VAC?
Well, I already said you can follow me on Twitter at the Vacuuminator. You can also follow me on Instagram at the _Vacuuminator for figure photography. But I mainly do YouTube videos and things. My next video will probably be out next weekend. It's almost done. I literally just have to do finishing touches. So subscribe at the Vacuuminator on the YouTubes. Yeah.
It's gonna be a long one, I'll tell you that. I'm Buster Corp. I don't know what I do anymore, so just look at the links below to see what I do.
You do good things, is what you do.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it for this week in Toku.
Yeah, it is. So I guess we'll see you guys back here for whatever happens that week in TokuSHOUTsu. Hopefully it's not explosions. Or just explosions on your screen, at least. Okay, bye.